What is on the bill today? Ghana is the originator of afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. Ghana is the originator of afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. This is basically coming from Motolani Alake. Motolani Alake is a music editor for Pulse Nigeria. So this is actually coming from a Nigerian.
One of them we knew before that High Life influenced Afrobeat. That's Fela's Afrobeat. 2, Pan Logo, which is a Ghanaian pop genre or folk genre, is basically the origin of the contemporary Afro pop music. 3, the person that named Afrobeat, like called it Afrobeat, according to Nyalen, is Ghanaian.
Greetings and salutations to you watching me in your various homes. The name has always been TJY. You can call me aka Emeka, the commander-in-chief of this podcast. Yes, another lovely day. Let's vibe here, alright? Okay, so I have a spanking new exclusive for you. But what is on the bill today? Ghana is the originator of Afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. Ghana is the originator of Afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. This is basically coming from Motolani Alake. Motolani Alake is a music editor for Pulse Nigeria. So this is actually coming from a Nigerian. What is your take on this? Yes, it's on the bill today on our editorial session. And like I said, this is the session where we dilate and then bisect issues within the African music industry. Now, there's been other assertions all this while from Ghanaians, okay? But this is coming from a Nigerian. And, well, that is why I'm here to break it down. Let's break it down verbatim. We'll watch a video, a full video of what he said, 8 minutes video. And then after that, we'll do a breakdown of it right here on TJ Studios. Like, before I go on a quick commercial break, like my post or like this content, and then do well to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button. It's going to enable you to get notified whenever I post any new video. What is on the bill? Yes, you know already. I've given you details of today's editorial. So let's do a quick wind up of a commercial break. And then when we come back, we'll zoom straight to action to today's editorial. My name has always been TJY. Okay guys, welcome back. If you just tuned in, well, this is TJ Studios, alright? Your content within Africa where we digest music in the music industry in the African region. And today's exclusive, we have Ghana is the originator of Afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. Coming from a Nigerian known as Motolani Alake, a music editor, all right, and at Pulse Nigeria. Yeah, that's it. So let's zoom in straight to the video. All right, let's watch the video, and then after the video we'll do an editorial, and then I'll leave it to you. This is basically an editorial where my opinion will be a mere, a meager sum. I'll just contribute a bit, not too much, just a few, contribution right after the video, and then after that, the rest will be for you to decide, all right? Okay, so let's go on and watch what he said. I'm here. I'll be here with you throughout the video, all right? We'll do punch lines in between, all right? Okay.
Influential is gonna be on the journey.
Heavily. You can't even, you can quantify it, but it's not just about Nigerian music alone. We are talking about Nigerian pop culture generally, contemporary pop culture. And it has deep roots across history, across different points of history. Like the most recent example is Mr. Easy. When Mr. Easy came from Ghana, had the smash hits, Skin Tight, all these records, you could literally hear everybody going on that double time drum percussion type of thing. Everybody was doing it, but we still found time to step on Ghanaians because we didn't want to give Ghanaians credit. It was also at the time that Nigerians and Ghanaians used to fight a lot on Twitter. I remember that era. Ghanaian Jollof versus Nigerian Jollof. where they will diss each other from morning till night. So a lot of things.
But before the Mr. Easy era,
Yeah.
can you point out another era where Nigerians drew inspiration?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go by sound first. Ghanaian genres have significantly influenced Nigerian music over the years. Shout out to Ayoshona, by the way. He recently released 2 episodes. He screened 2 episodes of his afrobeat documentary, and a lot of things became clear. 3 things became clear actually. One of them we knew before that. High life influence.
Okay, so basically, his first assertion is basically that of Mr. Easy. All right, Skin Tight. A lot of his songs, he's making reference to the fact that I had elements of the Ghanaian rhythm in line with the drum. All right, how the drum sounds. Okay, so that is what he's basically making, and I know basically that Mr. Easy has been cancelled. He recently lamented on the fact that him referring to Ghanaian music influencing Nigerian music got him cancelled in Nigeria. Well, that is basically what he's expounding on. But let's go deep into it and see how further it go, because he's making another, assertion of a documentary. All right. Okay, let's go again.
Afrobeat. That's Fela's Afrobeat. 2, Pan Logo, which is a Ghanaian pop genre or folk genre, is basically the origin of the contemporary Afro pop music. 3, the person that named Afrobeat, called it Afrobeat, according to Nalen, is Ghanaian. Right? Those are 3 things that Ayoshone's documentary showed us.
He's making another one. He's saying the person that basically named Afrobeat is Ghanaian. That is what he's making, what he's saying today. All right. And like I said, this is coming from a Nigerian. So I'm basically not going to go deep into it. I'm just going to give brief editorials of it. And then after that, I'll leave the video to you for you to decide. All right. Okay. So let's carry on.
Now let's go back to what high life, like Nigeria. We had high life. We have high life. High life is basically popular. It's peculiar to the Southeast. Like during the Civil War, post-Civil War, high life really exploded alongside psychedelic rock. But when Fela came back into the country, it is basically accepted that Fela Afrobeats, which is basically Afropop, borrows its origin from Afrobeat. And the origin of Afrobeat itself is high life. And the origin of the grown name of high life in Africa is Ghana. Either you want to accept it or not, that's your business.
Okay, so he's basically making reference to the fact that Afropop, all right, as a genre, all right, brought about Afrobeat, okay, and then the originator of Afrobeat is homegrown, high life, which has its lineage and then birth from Ghana. So he's making reference to the fact that high life started from Ghana, all right, and that brought forth Afrobeat. Interesting submission. Let's carry on.
And that's factually. Like, you trace it back further into the 90s. You are talking about in the 70s and 80s, you are talking about the Pan Logo era. Like, the Pan Logo is just the double time. That's the sound. That's the Pan Logo era, Pan Logo sound from Ghana. Now, you can say that a lot of Nigerian pop sounds, Nigerian folk sounds also have those roots.
I'm basically trying to recall that word. Is it Palogo? Because we have Palogo in Ghana, which is, relatively from another region in Ghana. All right. So I'm trying to understand. Is it Palogo? Yes, Palogo. All right. So Palogo, right? That is what he's referring to. Palogo. Okay, let's carry on.
But it is widely accepted or regarded that Pan Logo is the origin of that sound. Now let's bring it back to the hip life era. The hip life era was how people merged hip hop and high life together. So the hip life era basically came with them Reggie Rockstone, Obrafour, VIP basically made it more popular in Nigeria. Even though Reggie Rockstone was rolling with Two-Face in like 2004. But the moment VIP came into this country. But even before that, we are talking about Tony Tetula. Tony Tetula basically had 2 records with TikTok at the time. I'm in love with 2 women. I don't know which one to.
Okay, so basically he's also making another, another assertion in line with, hip life, which also was, a combination of 2 genres, high life and then hip hop embedded together. You get it? He's asserting the fact that brought about, Reggie Rockstone or Obrafour, the hip life thing. And then It fell on VVIP, all right? Then VIP, now VVIP, and then they made it more popular in Nigeria. Okay, so they made it more popular in Nigeria, and then and so on and so forth. So basically, that is what he's referring to. So he's trying to say the influence of Ghana music has been, you know, a disease. It has affected the Nigerian space. Do you believe it? Do you agree with him? Well, let's watch the video and see for ourselves.
That's hip life. They will come back into the late 2000s. After Wandeko jumped on that freestyle produced by Cubits, that sound is basically what is significantly influenced what we know as Afropop today. That beat pattern, that melody, chord progression, that melody type is basically what a lot of us know as Afropop today. Then after that, we're talking about the pom pom era, which is Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy's era coincided with not just the pom pom era, it also coincided with a lot of the things that people were calling Tonga at the time, and a lot of people were calling whatever at the time. And even look at it now, the two big, some of the big, like even in the UK, for example, which is like another home of Afrobeats, the two biggest Afrobeats producers in the UK right now are Ghanaian. Either you want to believe it or not.
He's also added up to the fact that the two biggest Afrobeat producers in the UK right now are Ghanaians. Well, let's carry on. It's an editorial, right? So let's carry on.
So these eras, these things have basically led to the formation of contemporary Afropop music. Now you can say that Afropop is not exactly just a Ghanaian thing alone. No problem. You can say that a lot of things have led to this era of Afropop. You can say African genres like, okay, Kizomba or Juju, Fuji, Kwaito, Afro House, whatever. All these genres they've been together, they come together to form what we now know as Afropop. You are not wrong. But the fundamental part of that, which is like the percussion is what makes Afropop music. It goes back to Man Logo and High Life, and that's facts on it.
So why are Nigerians reluctant? Why do Nigerians struggle to give Ghana credit for them?
Okay, so now the question is, why is Nigeria struggling to give Ghana credit for all these assertions he's making in line with Afrobeat, we giving Nigerians Afrobeat emanating from High Life, and so on and so forth, Ghana music influencing Nigerian music to find its original source. Let's go deep into that one and then get to know for ourselves.
Influence.
Ignorance. A lot of Nigerians don't know a lot of the things that we're talking about. Like even the day we release this thing, I can guarantee you that a lot of Nigerians will come in there to argue for no just reason. Even though they have no facts, no figures, they just don't want to be subservient to Ghana in any way. And that's unreasonable a lot, because history is telling you something. You never lived it. People who lived it at the time are telling you that this is what it is, and you are coming out to argue things that you don't know. Just shut up and listen sometimes.
Okay, so this is from Motolani Alake. He's also trying to make reference to the fact that history is telling the fact. History is making reference to the figures. All right, that Ghana music is influencing or has influenced Nigerian music a lot. So why do Nigerians come out to, probably spew and then spit fire to history, all right, trying to, divert history, all right, that's the right word, divert history, all right. And then he also making reference to the fact that as soon as this video is released, he knows that Nigerians will come hard to young and then lament on the fact that blah blah blah, all right. I don't want to quote him verbatim, all right, without facts and figures. So history, he is basically coming from the side of history, and he is Motolani Alake, music editor at Pulse Nigeria. Okay, so this has been it on today's editorial. Like I said, on today's exclusive, I'm basically not going to get deep into it. I'm going to leave it to my viewers to judge for themselves in relation to this topic. The assertion made by Motolani Alake, music editor at Pulse Nigeria, is that Ghana is the originator of Afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the huge numbers it has. What do you also think? All right, this has been, conflicting ideas. Some coming from, Sammy Flex, Shatawale's manager, some also coming from some Ghanaian music industry players. A whole some of it also came from Nigerian music star, Mr. Easy, who also grew up in Ghana, all right, who basically not grew up in Ghana, went to school, had his education in Ghana, yeah, basically. So after that assertion from Mr. Easy, he got cancelled by Nigerians. Now, another Nigerian has jumped into the controversy, and Bruhaha saying that, Ghana, or Ghanaian music for that matter, influenced Nigerian music. Okay? So basically, that has been it. It has become a slippery slope. All right? It has become a slippery slope. And like I said the last time, the reason why I'm here to bring out, the 70% to 30%, brouhaha at which we've hung around the neck of Nigerians is that I want to take my time, have learned people on the podcast, discuss it as our 2023 end of year review topic. All right. So we're going to be on that 45 minutes where I'm going to have some of my subscribers to join, and then a well-learned pundit to research into all these, brouhaha for us to arrive at a final, conclusion. Hence, as soon as we put up this particular, topic out there, we would want to educate, not just to, spew out, non-factual facts out there. You get it? So basically, that has been it from Motolani Alake. Like I said, this is a podcast I basically don't want to linger on or keep, you keep time with. All right. I basically want us to look at it and then study it critically from your homes, from wherever you are viewing it from, and then share your thoughts under the comment section. Do you agree with Motolani? Do you agree with Mr. Easy? Mr. Sammy Flex has come into the controversy. There's been varied opinions. I hosted NYDJ from Ghana in a topic related to it. I was not the host anyway, but he also said the same thing, that we have in a way influenced Nigeria. Some Nigerians also agree. Others also do not agree. What is your opinion of this whole brouhaha? It's an editorial, but like I said, by the end or before December comes to an end, we're going to have a topic where I'll have learned people on this show to dissect and discuss this with fact and figures, all right, with history findings, all right, to enable us come to a conclusion in line with this topic, to enable us settle the score once and for all. All right, so this has been it on today's editorial, where I wanted to join the fold and then have two screens and then probably discuss this issue in line with the topic on board. And then the assertion made by Motolani Alake, a Nigerian music editor. That is his field. Is he also throwing dust into our eyes? Well, we'll come to a conclusion soon. And I'm going to promise you, we're going to have an in-depth discussion of this. All right, with fact and figures. All right, we're not going to be biased. We'll face the fact. So hold on for that topic before the year ends. All right, Ghana is the originator of afrobeat, but Nigeria made it popular because of the new huge numbers it has. That is from Motolani Alake. Share your thoughts with me under the comment section. All right, in line with this topic. My name has always been TJY. On today's editorial, yes, I brought to you a spanking new, content where I want us to discuss it, verbatim, to arrive at a common goal. Okay, it is time to sign out of TJ Studios. I am your commander-in-chief. Yes, I'm about to sign out, but like I've been doing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, subscribe, all right? Support your brother, Emeka. Let's build a community, like I've been saying, where we can where we can, put heads together and then, share our opinion devoid of insults. All right. Okay. It is time to go. All right. Like I've been saying, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I thank you for your support. I want to use this opportunity to thank you for the support. And I pray that wherever you are, God will take very good care of you as we enter into 2024 with glad tidings. It is time to sign out. And you know the call sign. My name has always been TJY, and I salute. Peace out.